Welcome to Knicks.com. Jonah Ballow here with assistant coach Rasheed Hazzard, and we are in New Orleans, not having fun in necessarily the outer areas of New Orleans, some business to take care of with the Pelicans. I'm going to start right off with Anthony Davis. What do you see on tape? What have you seen from this guy? He seems to be moving to the upper echelon of the NBA in terms of NBA stars.
Yeah, he's definitely, moving in that direction. As we know, it takes time. I know everybody wants to anoint him right now, but it's always fun watching young talent develop, especially at the rate that he's developing. But he's a special player, and, looking forward to going out there and doing battle with him tonight. But I think we have some special guys as well, and hopefully he's up for a test tonight.
Yeah, when you look at him and what he does, he's so unique. He does have an outside game that he can shoot the jumpers and his work inside. How do you defend him, and what's the game plan against a guy like that?
Well, not to give away too many secrets, because they could be poaching on our website here, but we're gonna be ready for the challenge. He does present some unique challenges because he's so dynamic, and I think we have a few guys who can, with their experience, will give him some problems, and we'll try to force him to do things he's not as comfortable doing. And we'll be physical with him, and we'll make him defend. I mean, it's not always about, in this league, LaMarcus Aldridge, Dirk Nowitzki. You're not going to stop these guys, but you have to make them play both ends of the floor, and you have to just be ready to compete and, step up to the challenge. And I think we have guys that are ready for it.
What about Omar Asik, the new guy here? Does he help protect Anthony Davis a little bit and give them another big guy to let Anthony just kind of roam and do what he does best?
Well, it's always good to have two big guys. When you have a guy like we had Pau Gasol in L.A., and then you put Bynum next to him, and, with that brawn and with the things that he brings to the table, it allows those guys to be the dynamic force that they can be. And I think Asik has definitely allowed Anthony to grow in some ways he was unable to grow in last year because he had to do so many different things. And I think this year having that physical presence has really alleviated a lot of the banging that he had to do with five men, which has allowed him to blossom, in his natural position at power forward.
Derek talked about the rebounding. I would assume tonight with a team that's what they do in terms of, you look at statistically, one of the best things they do in the box score is rebound. So I would assume that's a key tonight.
Definitely. For us, it's a key every night. We're doing a lot of things really well, but rebounding is one thing that we have to have a drastic improvement on if we're going to go to the level that, we aspire to. And I think, again, we're ready for the challenge. We've got to get our guards in, doing a little more rebounding for us. I think our bigs have done a decent job, but they can do better. I think that's a key to turning this season around. And like I said, we're ready for it, and these guys are committed. And so I have no doubt that, it starts tonight.
Okay, and looking at the guard matchups, Drew Holiday and Tyreke Evans playing them in the same starting five there. What do you see from the guards and how they like to play?
They're playing downhill. Tyreke Evans, it looks like Drew Holiday is the one, but really Tyreke Evans does a lot of the handling, especially in the open court. And, with his size and the way he moves, he's another dynamic force that you have to deal with. And there's different, schemes that you have to run in order to negate the things that he likes to do. And again, we're dialing those things up and shoot around, getting our guys prepared, because there's going to be some things that we'll have to do to keep him out of our lane. I mean, that's the key tonight. Keep him out of our lane, keep him from playing downhill in the open court and finishing at our rim, which we happen to be one of the best teams in the league at protecting our paint and at, field goal percentage at the rim. And so we just have to continue to do the things that we do well and improve on the things that we need to make improvement on, and we'll be fine.
Finally, I believe that, and Phil Jackson spoke to the media the other day, and he talked about the last 5 games, from Sunday to Sunday, starting to see some consistency. Necessarily the results aren't there, but there's been more of that consistent 46 minutes, and maybe the last couple of minutes aren't quite there yet, but consistency, are you seeing that as well?
Definitely. I mean, there's no question about this team's commitment, to trying to do what we've asked them to do. And it's been great to watch them grow. And, these last 5 games have been tough because you lose some close games that you really feel like you should have won. But, that's part of the life in this NBA, and that's part of this growth process that we have to undergo to get where we want to get to. We eventually want to hoist that trophy and, have a parade down the streets of New York. And to do that, there's going to be some growing pains along the way. There's going to be some disappointments, but how we handle those and how we fight through adversity, that's going to decide if we have the heart of a champion or not. And so far, this group, with their commitment and the way they worked, I believe they have it in them. You know, we just have to continue to do the things that we can as coaches, and Phil will do the things that he can do from the front office to help bring that out of them. But I believe we do have some champions in that locker room. They're ready.
Always appreciate your insight and expertise and taking some time before shoot around for us. Thank you so much, Coach.
Oh, no, thank you. You know, anything for you guys, especially for our fans, because we've really appreciated their support, and I think they appreciate what we're trying to do. And, you know, anytime we can give this information and give back, it's our pleasure.
Love it. Let's get a W.